Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah.
We got it! We got it!
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this.
Hey everyone, welcome to Comics League Comic Talk. I am Jared, and I am here to talk to you about how I would fix Lois Lane. Yes, I am there. Because for those of you that have been watching Comics League for the longest time know that I abjectly hate Lois Lane. Absolutely. And I've done a video about it. Right. I'll like link to it somewhere here. But so I figured, okay, I've been negative as hell on this character. Why don't I see if I can make her better? So let's start. My number one way to fix this character is break her up from Superman. Here's why. Because if Lois Lane is this great character, she shouldn't need Superman to stand on her own. Plus the fact, and I remember talking to a comic historian about this, RIP, is the thing about it, when you look, and he brought up an interesting point. The problem with superheroes with non-powered like spouses is that it severely limits the story that you can tell with that character, because you're like, okay, he has to always save Lois Lane, which that's the problem, because there is practically zero stakes in the Superman and Lois relationship, because you know he's going to save her, so why should I care if she's ever in danger? Now, two only works if you do like let's say a hard Flashpoint style reboot, which by the way I would do. I'm going to do a video in the future about why DC needs a reboot, but anyway, make her an antagonist. And here's what that does. And by antagonist, here's what I mean. You can make it Clark Kent shows up and Superman arrives in Metropolis, let's say. And Lois Lane wants to make a name for herself at the Daily Planet. So she endeavors to expose who Superman's identity is, because you know that is going to get her a Pulitzer. That's going to get her like all these awards. That's going to make her journalistic career of the woman that exposed Superman's identity. So you could say where Clark is being Superman, he's helping people, he's doing his usual superhero stuff, but he also has to contend with a coworker that's watching anything he does as Superman to see if like she could deduce who he is, and that leads to some nice tension. And that's something that's a situation that Superman can't punch his way out of. And that's another issue with Superman as a character, is that a lot of problems resort to him just punching the problem. You can't do it in this case. Next, don't overdo it. What I mean by this is, okay, I'm more referring to this idiotic scene in the Peter J. Tomasi Superman run where the Eradicator is threatening John. And so to save him, Lois hops in the Hellbat armor to save her. And I'm like, stop it. Making Lois Lane this badass is not working. You're giving her the Captain Marvel treatment, saying, oh, you should love this character, and she's so great, isn't she? No, she's not. It's the same issue with the DCAMU when they have that cringe scene where Diana and Lois are in the restaurant and Diana's like, oh, you're Superman's true love. It's like, no, you should love this. And I'm like, no, you don't get to tell me what I should like. But anyway, number 4, no superpowers. I know this is tempting. Do not give Lois superpowers. They kind of did this in Rebirth, I believe, when New 52 Superman died. They did a series where Lois Lane got some of his powers when he like exploded. And I'm like, nope, don't do that. That again falls into the issue you fall into when you overdo it. Now, again, I want to conclude with this. no character is like above redemption. Reason why I rag on Lois and say she is a crappy character is because I know DC is never going to change her into the ways that would make her a compelling character. They're just going to continue to have her be the damsel in distress. Don't say she's not a damsel in distress, because most of the time, I would argue all the time, when she's in danger, she's the one that has to be saved. Except in that Greg Rucka run, which was horrible, where she's like somehow, I think the way it worked, I haven't read it in a while, but apparently she was investigating the multiverse reboots and stuff. And I'm like, first off, how would you know that? Again, overdoing it. But two, it's like, and that series flops. So I'm like, that shows me that no, the fans like it when she's the damsel in distress, because it harkens back to classic Superman, which I get that. But eventually these characters have to grow, because that's not going to work all the time. But all in all, those are my points. Let me know if you agree. Please be civil. I will treat you with respect if you're respectful to me. That's totally fine. If you disagree with me, that's allowed too. No one put hate comments either way. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video to anyone you think needs to know how to fix Lois Lane. Also, consider becoming a member, because every time you become a member, when you become a member, you get these discussions one day early, and you get access to like an exclusive channel in the Comics League Discord server, which should be linked below. If not, I'll link it. And you get access to like comics. We're going to start doing a lot more interacting with the community, like movie nights, Q&As and such. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod. Zoe is the Maxabat for life. See you later.